Ruffle Feathers TV, it's your boy Phoenix, aka Ronnie. You might know me as that, aka the created player. Come on, man. Cinematic sound. Come on. I'm working on new little sound effects right now, but I probably should start the episode off with that. But this one is called I Married a Monster. Now, I seen a lot of people reacting to this. I'm like, what in the world could it be about? 14 minutes of what? What are we gonna be talking about today? I married a monster. I mean, look at her. She look comfortable in there. I don't know. She look real comfy. She look like it's about to get real emotional. I haven't seen any of this. I don't know what is about to happen on this. But before I get into it, her name is Isis, and I did look at her YouTube. Let me see. Yeah, this is her YouTube. The two sides of him: fundamentals, girl talk, think like a winner, become the ultimate woman. Yo, this is already getting interesting, right? Let me see. That's the first red flag, I would say. The new trophy wife, become the ultimate woman. I don't know what she talks about. I don't know what her page is about, but she doing pretty good for her. So shout out to her. And I'm going to try to be as unbiased as possible and just give it to you straight and how I feel it. But let's get into this. Let me stop talking so much. All right, Ruffle Feathers TV, man. Let's get it.
Hi, trophies. Welcome back to my channel. Or welcome if you're new here.
Thank you.
If you hear any noise in the background, that's the new baby. A lot has happened since the last time that I recorded. I think the last time you guys saw me, I was in my second trimester, and yeah, I think I did post an update in the community section when the baby was born, and I said that I would be back soon, and that was a few months ago now. I thought that when I came back on here that it would be to maybe do like some kind of newborn favorites or meet my new baby or something like that, but unfortunately it's been a little over a month since I had to end up leaving my husband.
Let me show you how to block this ad. First, you're gonna click on this video, then you're gonna download Pi. It's an ad blocker that's
I gotta get the YouTube Plus, I guess. Yeah, I'm getting the YouTube Plus. Somebody told me about it. It was like, bro, you doing reactions and you ain't got the YouTube Plus to skip the ads? I'm sorry, I'm getting it. Just chill out.
I honestly don't even really know where to start with this, just because it's just such a hard topic. And I honestly thought that by the time I got on here that I wouldn't have any tears left because I've just cried so much.
I mean, should I speed it up? Like, what's up? Let's get to it, baby. Come on.
It's like I built this channel and this whole brand around being this man's wife and trying to teach other women how to attract good men and provider men and all these different things. And I truly held my husband, or saw him, as the bar for what every woman should, type of man that, or type of husband that every woman should aspire to have. And
which that's a false expectation for I mean, I get it and what you're trying to preach and all that, but for the most part, no one man is going to be the bar for every woman. I'm sorry.
I didn't realize that the person I married was actually going to be my biggest nightmare. So basically, when I first met my husband, as I've already talked about in another video, I think it was my single mom video, I explained, a little bit about how we met, and I really thought that man was my Prince Charming. I started noticing like certain things
I apologize. I wasted 5 minutes of y'all's time. Stay in there with me.
changed with him, and I just started to see a few things that I didn't like, but I honestly thought that some of these were things that I could get past.
So what you seeing up here is her saying he raped me 4 times in the first few months of our marriage.
What the fuck?
How is that possible? That's your husband, and he did that 4 times in the first few months. Like, what? You think it was she just didn't want to do it and he wanted it? Because I know some people say, hey, if that's your husband and that's your wife, if either one of them wants it, then that's how you you do it. Even you should even try. I mean, sometimes you're not in the mood, but what would lead to him doing that 4 times and her saying that it's great, like y'all are together, you married this man, and what you just said, nah, I no longer want to deal with you or something like, I don't know. So number one, am I wrong? I'm saying that this issue right here might not be, I don't know. It's a red flag for sure. He's, if what she's saying is he did that, I want to know how. I want to know what was what do you mean he did that? That's your husband.
It's like sad to even say like I could get past some of these things. I don't even know where to start. 6 weeks ago, I was changing my daughter, my 4-year-old daughter, and
Anyone with $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans may qualify for help from National Debt Relief.
So sorry.
I noticed that when I changed her, she was red and very sensitive. And immediately, my first thought was, did someone touch her? Oh, God. So I asked her, I said, baby, did somebody touch you? And she ended up saying it was Daddy.
And let me go off and say right here, man, there is no way you can know that, if you marry somebody or they might appear to be the perfect dude for every woman, like she said earlier in this video. Yeah, there's gonna be some stuff, some skeletons in the closet, some things you will know about. That's why I'm big on testing people. You got to test people, not in this type of way, but you got to test people. You got to tell them no. You got to piss them off. You got to make them mad. I need to see how you act when you were pissed off at me. I need to see how you act when I tell you no, you mad at me, and it's all because I need to see the worst side of you. I do. Eventually, before I get married to you, I need to piss you off. Even if I'm just like, I just got to test. I just got to piss them off and see how far they're willing to go and what they're willing to do. Because some people will get on the internet, social media, crash out, put all the business on Facebook, Twitter, all this. And then the next day, they back together, taking pictures, acting like nobody ever seen nothing and nothing ever happened. Keep your dirty laundry off the internet. But that's one point. My second point is test these people that you decide to get married with. You know, I married a monster. He is a monster. But I guaranteed you in this story, we might be able to find some red flags in his history if she's transparent enough to give us that information. Let's keep.
I felt like my world ended on that day. My husband wasn't home at the time when she told me, but I knew he would be coming home soon, so all I could do was just say, don't tell him that you told me. And I just instantly started trying to think of how I could get my kids out of the house, because I knew if I confronted him or asked him about it, that he would just lie. And that he would probably just continue to keep doing stuff to her, but just become more covert or more sneaky or whatever.
I ain't gonna lie. You gotta put him in jail, or you gotta. Hey, I'm telling you. Get out! Hey.
As soon as my husband got home, he was actually picking up the boys from school, my two older boys from school. As soon as he got home, I told him that I was gonna go Halloween shopping with my sister because I just needed an excuse to get out of the house with all the kids. And I knew if I said something like, oh, I'm going to the grocery store, that it would be suspicious. Like, why am I bringing all the kids and like packing things, like things that we would need and things like that. So going Halloween shopping was the best thing I could think of to just hurry up and get the kids out of the house. I'm sorry, I had to get myself together. So when I got to the hospital, they basically told me that we had to go to another hospital because they didn't do physical exams, like that kind of physical exam there. So a police officer escorted the kids and I to another hospital where they were able to evaluate my daughters. It ended up coming out that he had actually been touching both of my daughters, who are only 2 and 4 years old.
I hate these type of stories because I'm like, when I hear like they be touching them, I'd be like, what do you? I mean, I would feel like they would be trying to do something else or making them do something else, but touching them, I'm like, what would touch them and make them red? I don't know. I'm just asking because I'm like, regardless, this, her husband, whatever, he needs to be found. He needs to be unalived. I would say that you mess with little kids, dog. I have no sympathy for you. I'm not trying to be politically correct. I'm not, dog, I don't care what mental illness you have, brother. You deserve to go down all the way and in the worst way. And yeah, I stand on that.
Because RAPE, That's how I came to be. I myself am a product of. I'm just not quite sure.
Okay, I don't think we're gonna get too much from her on this, but let's go back because I did see somebody doing this review. Hold on, wait. The big brain and little brain, no. I don't think that was the one because it was a video of her actually sitting. Yeah, I think this was the one a lot of people was talking about. And
Hey
watching.
ladies, welcome back to.
So I only want to review this to see, like, you know what this is. She don't know it yet. I'm assuming. Look like I hope this ain't. Hold on, ain't no mother. You telling me that's the? No, that gotta be your dad. Yeah, that gotta be your dad. All right, I was about to say. I know you ain't married no old looking nigga like that. Sorry.
The new trophy wife today. Intentionally got pregnant with my boyfriend at the time. I intentionally got pregnant about how I went from being a single mom to a spoiled housewife in less than 1 year. And you can too. So
that dude was not the.
I had my 1 year. And you can too. Mom to a spoiled housewife in less than 1 year. And you can too. So
It's very important that the dad. That's why families, you got to stay together, man. Because if this is another man that did that.
I had my first child when I was 17 years old. I intentionally got pregnant with my boyfriend at the time and basically turned into a child raising a child. I, a few years later, had my second child. So after having 2 children and being a single mom, I think that my self-esteem was definitely low. I didn't know that at the time, but if I think back about the kind of men that I was choosing, it definitely was a reflection of my lower self-esteem. I think that growing up, I was not taught the kind of men that I should be looking to attract and be in a relationship with. My mom drilled into me, oh, go with the man that's going to be the best breeder. And I think society drilled into me to go after the thug, the street dude, the swag.
Now, you can sell physical products on Amazon and compete with thousands of other people selling physical products.
Type dude.
Would never happen again.
Or whatever you want to call it.
She's not even in focus.
But neither one of those was the best approach to going about dating and attracting a husband. So after having my second child, I'm
actually playing this in 1.25, and it sounds like she's talking normal. That's how slow she talks, but keep going.
Was working hard. I was making really good money. I think I was making about maybe $90K at the time, which for me as a 24-year-old woman was good. I thought for myself. After learning quickly that everything that glitters is not gold, I happened to come across Shira 7 on YouTube, and she completely changed my life. And
that's sprinkle, the corrupt. I'm sure she's single. I'm sure she's not married. I'm sure she has a cat. I'm sure she got money invested in Purina, whatever. You taking advice from that woman, you asking for trouble.
She basically taught me what a high value man is and what to look for when trying to find a husband. So I ended up taking my sister's advice and signing up for eHarmony. She recommended Match, but in my spirit, I felt eHarmony. I don't know why. It just something told me to do that one. So I ended up signing up for eHarmony. I created a profile, and I think the second person that I matched with was the man that I'm married to now, my husband. And it was very different. My husband and I have a 20-year age gap, and he was not the first older man that I dated. I actually dated someone like 10 years older than me, and that was just a buzz. A lot of people have told me that I'm premature for my age, so someone 10 years older than me just wasn't a big enough age gap for me to vibe with at the time. It's not good to put all your eggs in one basket, but we had a great first date, and I think he ended up asking me to be his girlfriend on the first date, and I said I would think about it. I know we both were, we were talking, but then for some reason we kind of stopped talking for a little while, and we both were dating other people, and was 5 at the time. I could tell that he was really just putting up with my kids. He didn't really embrace them. Sometimes, we as mothers can tell like someone's just being nice to our kids for the purpose of being with you, and they're not necessarily invested in your kids.
That was the red flag right there. I told you, if we keep listening, we will find red flags. You introduced him to your kids and he was just being nice to them. He ain't really that's what I'm saying, man. I watched this daggone thing about how these Indonesian kids or something like that, South America, whatever, they was on a plane, and it was 4 kids. The kids survived. The mom passed away on the plane, but the dad actually went to jail even after 40 days of looking for these kids. And they was scared because they thought that the dad was going to beat them again. And then it comes out the 2 kids that was not his, he was sexually, putting his hands places they shouldn't have been and doing things they shouldn't have been doing. So that's what I'm saying, man. It's very important to choose who you procreate with, man. Like this was her red flag. For one, you met him on eHarmony. He was the second guy. And nothing against eHarmony, but you met him online. Then he was the second guy. And then it's like, oh, I'm married to him. Oh, I'm looking for somebody older. Look at the things you're looking for. You're not looking for somebody to be a good example to your kids. No, you're looking for money. Single mom to spoiled housewife. That was your attribute. That was a selfish decision. You was not thinking about your kids. She just said she was making $90,000 on her own with the kids or whatever. So, and you had 2 kids at 17. So it's like your options are already going to be a little bit limited in who you can choose or who chooses you. But come on, you go on the internet, you go on a date, then y'all are not together. Then y'all both dating different people in between, then get back together, introduce them to your kids. He doesn't embrace the kids. She married this man for money. She married this, look where she at, right? Like she married this man for money. This is not where she is at in the next video. Apparently she got out of there, but I'm telling you, no, red flags. All over the board. All over the board, red flags. Like, no. If I was your brother, if I was your cousin, if I was your dad, I'm telling you, you doing what now? You going on the internet for this? You introduce them to your kids. You dating all these people on the internet. I get it, but you got kids. You got to date different when you got kids. You got to at least go get you a man who got some kids so that y'all can be a mixed family. You don't want to go out here and just get a single man because, yeah, if them ain't his kids, he is never going to look at them kids like they his kids or his property. If you ain't allowing him to whoop them kids and do this and that or that, nah. He's like, yo, of course they gonna
themselves, and that's what I felt like from him. So it just didn't feel good. It didn't feel like a family, the kind of family that I was wanting. So I ended up breaking up with him.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right.
And we were living together. We were living together, and I just like packed all my stuff and left. And it was crazy because the next day, my now husband, reached out to me and was like, hey, how are you doing? And I told him, I just got out of a relationship, and I kind of told him a little bit
I might have been wrong. That was with the other dude. Okay, let's go.
About why. And he was telling me like, oh, those are my boys. And he had genuinely really connected with my kids. And he was not the kind of man that was just being nice to them to get to me. Like, it was very genuine. And that was one of the things that I really loved about him. That was something that stood out about him versus the other men that I had dated was
You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
And so, he was talking, my lease was going to be ending very soon, which is why I went ahead and moved in with my person that became my ex. We started living together, and I told my husband, I was like, hey, it was so embarrassing to admit, but I was like, I need a place to stay because my lease is ending and I just broke up with my boyfriend, and maybe even if it's just like for a couple weeks, it's okay. Just want to look for somewhere else because I had planned on needing to find somewhere else. And he was saying, well, if you're going to live with me, it's going to be as my wife, not as my girlfriend. And I was like, well, how spontaneous are you? And he laughed and he said, very spontaneous. So then I was like, right. So we started entertaining the idea of getting married, like immediately. And I, didn't want to get my hopes up. So I just said that, he's saying all these things, but I'm going to see you bring like the one he has now, which is like, I'm
not watching that whole video, but yeah, okay, I guess she tells people how to. So I mean, in to sum up that video, she's telling you how to become a single mom to the ultimate woman. What? Have some babies, date on eHarmony, go around, ask to move in, boom. Now you're a spoiled trophy wife. What the like,
What the fuck?
terrible advice. And usually people who give terrible advice like this always do great. They always blow up. Because they lie to women, tell them what they want to hear. Y'all really telling you so her advice is to have 2 kids and go move in with a dude who is not her husband yet or will be her husband because of her situation. That's bad advice. That's bad advice. That's such terrible advice. Have 2 kids, go dating around on the internet, meet somebody and ask to move in with them. And then he says, oh, you got to move in as my wife. And you just say, oh, well, okay. Like, what the fuck? Come on. Like, is this good advice? Like, this is why it's just delusion, bro. This just, I don't get it, man. These channels always blow up and do good. Like, yo, if you are out there and you can just lie to women, bro, you will be the most successful person that you know. I'm telling you, if you can just do that in a great way, just go out here and lie to women, give them false expectations. But I can't do it. I got all women in my family. Like, they need truth. Like, they need to hear it from somebody who is like, hey, I see it this way. I'm going to tell you, because if I believe it, not saying every other man going to believe how I believe, but if I believe it, there are people out there that believe like me. And usually I would say the men you are around, you would kind of gravitate more towards in the dating field of people who you're familiar with and signs and traits that you like from the men in your family or something. Like, hey, he's protective. He talk like that. I see my from a woman's perspective, I see my brother or my dad in this dude right here. He has traits of my father. My father was a good man and an honest man, or that. So that's why they would choose them, but this is just fucking nonsense if you ask me. Like, now in that first video, yeah, I'm feeling for you. Any dude who's messing with the kids, but hey, you moved them in there. Y'all met, y'all broke up, y'all met again. And I'm thinking like, well, why did y'all break up the first time? But y'all met again. Hey, I need a place to live. You're desperate. So you move into this man's home and get married to this man because of desperation. And you're sitting here coaching women, the new trophy wife. Really? Become the ultimate woman? The ultimate woman? I'm stuck on that. The ultimate woman. I'm sorry, Isis, but the ultimate woman, knock it the fuck off. Like, what? What? The ultimate woman, abso-fucking-lutely incorrect information. No, that is not the ultimate woman. The ultimate woman is somebody who is married to the father of their kids, and happy and not dealing with shit like this and not doing dating shows, not meeting. You know what I mean? Nah, this ain't the ultimate. This is some player shit. This is some, hey, I ain't gonna say the other word, but this is some, red flag activity for sure. The new trophy wife, become the ultimate woman. I can't even deal with this. Like, that's the thing I told y'all about. When you get with a man who got everything he need, money, car, this, that, and he's in his prime era where he's choosing, picking and choosing, you do one thing, you getting thrown out. And he gonna do what he want because he feel like, hey, if you, any back talk, shorty, get out my house. Any back talk, get out my house. Any argument, I don't need you. I don't need your money. I can go get somebody else. I can log right back in on eHarmony and be in a date by 8 o'clock. And it's 7:30 right now. You feel what I'm saying? That's the type of shit, the mentality that these men have once they get this money and they start doing all this. So salute for your brand, the new trophy wife, but it's all crumbling when you put this video out. You put a video out of you crying about your husband and your channel is called the new trophy wife. The husband damn near raped 2 kids and you been great. Like, people gravitate to the trauma. Like, it was something, I don't care. There was red flags about that man and she didn't test that man. Now, I know y'all all get feeling sympathetic for it in that situation, as I am too, but I'm also here to give you the other thing and just say, none of this is your fault. It is your fault. It's your fault too. It's 50-50. It's your fault and it's his fault. Absolutely. You chose him. It's your fault, damn it. I don't care what nobody say. You chose that man. Did you talk to his mom before you moved in there? Did you meet his family? Did you see what some of his closest friends had to say about him? Because you can always, if you talk about people and get under that, get around them people and see who you do. This is your friend, this is that. Look at the characteristics of them because you are who you hang around. You understand? You are who you hang around. It's just that simple. I'm sorry. It's just that simple. But yeah, she talking about, nah. I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for it. You know, 2.1 million views. She getting her money up. And then she also got a GoFundMe up, which I found out, starting over. Already got 7,500, man. Like, so salute to her. Look, Portia A, top donation, $2,000, man. Like, this is, she kind of look like Cardi B, don't she? But yeah, Isis Morales, yeah, please donate. Please protect your lovely babies forever. It wasn't your fault. Good, good. That's what's up. So she got 2 people. Oh, Portia donated 4,000 to her 2 hours ago. Damn. Boy, social media's a motherfucker, dog. I'm telling you. I run the crime channel at Planning on YouTube. I've seen the court records, so I know this is real. I'm praying for you and your children, Jesus. Was he ever arrested or protection order? Thank you. I've seen the divorce court info too, but I'm seeking info about his arrest if he was arrested. So yeah, people getting pretty involved in this situation, man, as they should. You know, why not? That's how YouTube and the internet work. But man, I'm just here to say, ruffle some feathers. Hey, shorty, it's your fault too. It's all his fault, but it's definitely, if you're going to say it ain't your fault. But I guess that's why she's saying, yo, I married a monster. She's taking accountability. She's saying, hey, I didn't recognize these red flags. So y'all go check out her channel, man. You know, hopefully it evolves to the new trophy wife, the ultimate woman. Maybe we got to lose some of these words. You know, I like the new trophy wife, but I don't know. I don't like it as well. And then become the ultimate woman. Stop the cat. Stop the cat. Because just like she said, oh, I think this man was the top tier, the bar for all men in general. Shorty, what I'm saying is, if you're going to inspire other people and yeah, you are the one that's giving them, you know, it's like, think of a sink. The water, the spit, it comes out of the sink, right? The water. But if you're the one, if your pipes are contaminated, nobody needs to drink the water. That's the best analogy I can put it. You know, so you got to clean your pipes out first. You got to learn from this. You got to understand what went wrong and how you can never, if she never gets into this situation again or even close to it or anything about it, then hey, become the ultimate woman. But you ain't see no red flags and you moved in with a dude because you was desperate. And then you with a dude who ain't even the kid, the parents or the father of your children. So it's red flag after red flag after red flag, 17, under 22 babies, like ultimate woman. Knock it off. That boy had that Riz. That's all it is. But hey, I wish you the best. I hope that dude, if I ever see that dude in the street, we're going to give him a nice little beat down, give him a wedgie and send him on his way. But shorty, I pray for you and I hope the best for you. And, you know, I hope you get everything worked out, cleaned up, and I hope you get you some more money. I don't even know if her fundraiser got to go, but yeah, we might, hey, y'all want to send, ruffle feathers. Y'all want to throw her 5? Comment, man. If y'all comment, everybody that comments under this, let's see how much money. Let's see if y'all comment 5, boom. Somebody comment 2, 1, 100. Then let's add it up and let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can get her some money, man. Cause I ain't opposed to it. We talking about kids. I don't play about kids myself. So yeah, let's wish you the best and hope for the best for. I know y'all see the Creative Player merch. That's my other channel. You'll probably see it right here because I'm about to end this video. But yeah, check us out. That's where we interview everybody. Everybody got a story. So we want to find it. We want to find out the best. So yeah, thank y'all for being here and support your boy. So like, comment, share, guys. Y'all are the best forever.